Hey and welcome back. So we've taken a look at setting up monitoring on network devices and a bit of infrastructure, and we've also gone ahead and taken a look at setting it up on a Windows server, whether that be through WMI or SNMP. Another really popular distro that you're going to want to be monitoring is your Linux machines. Now that's no matter if they're Ubuntu, Debian, CentOS, Red Hat, any of the distributions that are out there, you're going to want to be setting up monitoring, and the way that we do that is via SNMP. So I've spun up an Ubuntu 2204 virtual machine here, and we're going to go through the process of setting up SNMP on here to be monitored by our PRTG network monitoring tool. So we've got an Ubuntu 2204 server. I have logged in as root and elevated myself up to sudo, and we've got our network monitor here ready to add in Linux devices. So before we begin, what we're going to do is do a quick apt-get update and just make sure all the packages are correct, and then we'll do an apt-get upgrade. Cool, everything looks to be in order. So what we're going to need to do is install two packages. So we'll do apt-get install. We're going to need SNMP and SNMPD. And what that's going to do is go out and pull down the official packages of SNMP and SNMPD, and they're what we're going to configure for the PRTG network monitoring tool to be able to monitor this Ubuntu server. So similar to the Windows server, some things you're going to want to monitor is things like your CPU usage, your memory usage. A lot of that can be done when you're on the Linux machine with the command htop. So here you can see, you're able to check out how much CPU is being used, how much memory, how much load, the uptime. Of course, we don't want to have to be logging into our Linux boxes every time we need to monitor the performance. We also want to be alerted if anything is going wrong, and that's why we use SNMP. Now that we've installed SNMP and SNMPD, we'll do a nano into the SNMP file here. So it's snmp.d.conf, and that's in the etc SNMP. And we'll need to configure. So you can set up your location and contact right here. But scrolling down, the section that we want to pay closest attention to is the agent address. So this essentially is the IP address and port number that the agent will listen on. So we need to specify, because the SNMP agent is external to this box, we're going to need to specify the IP address of the interface that's listening. So we'll do 192.168.69.182, which is this box's IP address, this Linux machine's IP address. Now that's the interface that it's going to be listening on. Next up, if we move on down, we're going to specify the community. So we'll hash these two out, and we're going to say RO community, so that's Redo community, Dan Mill training. So we've essentially got the read-only community and then the actual community name there. Of course, if you're setting up SNMP version 3, you're going to need to follow all of the guides here. But in this demo, we're just going to be setting up SNMP version 2. So pretty much that's it. We've set the agent address. We've set the read-only community. We'll exit out of there, and we're going to give the SNMP service a restart with systemctl restart SNMPD. What we'll also do is just do a status to check that it's running. Yep, that all looks pretty happy to me. And we'll move on over back to our PRTG. We're going to add a device, a Linux. So we've already got a container for Linux, macOS, and Unix. We're going to call this one. We're just going to call it Ubuntu. Put in the IP address there. There is a symbol for Linux, the little Linux symbol there. So we'll select that one. We won't worry about auto discovery in this section. We'll do that next. We need to put in our community string. So you've seen me do this a few times now, so it just shows the importance. And we'll go ahead, and for this one, we'll just run an auto discovery. So I'll pause the video and I'll come back when the auto discovery has run, and we'll make sure that it's picked up everything for us. Alright, and we're back. So it hasn't finished going out and polling all of the information yet, but it's gotten a few things for us. We're able to ping that machine. It's giving us the details of the different mounts, hard disk free space, the memory, and as you can see, the automatic discovery is going to add a few more things in there, like monitoring the network interface, the CPU. So here we are a couple minutes later, and it's going out and adding even more. So really, we're not going to cover off everything because we've already seen that in the network devices and the Windows server of what each of these monitors do. But really, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to set up on a Linux machine, and of course how handy it is. So now if there are any problems with this, we're going to be proactively notified. You could be, this could be a LAMP server, so running Apache and MySQL, PHP. It could be running various different applications. It could be a file server. Linux, the possibilities are endless of what this could be. But essentially with that, we can monitor and we can ensure that, if there is a problem, we're going to resolve it before it starts to impact our customers or our users in our organization. And we can get on that as quick as possible and begin investigating. So in this lecture, we've covered the installation and configuration of SNMP on an Ubuntu server and its integration within a network monitoring tool, specifically PRTG. By leveraging SNMP, you can effectively monitor and manage your network devices, ensuring high availability and performance. Thanks for sticking with me throughout this lecture. I'll go ahead and see you in the next one.